Alright, y'all, so welcome to my channel. My name is Ayaka, and for all of my new viewers, what's good? Okay, so what I'm doing, right, I'm pulling from the Hoodoo Tarot. I do not know this deck that well. I'm learning it. So the whole purpose of this video is more about instructional for me. So if you want to stay tuned in, thank you. I appreciate y'all. But I'm doing, reading or doing certain spreads. I'm going to try to do it every day so that it can help me to become familiar with these decks. Okay, because I am kind of struggling. But however, I love putting everything on video because it helps me to learn that way. Okay, this is just one of the methods I use personally. But if you stick around, you definitely probably could get something out of this. But I do thank you for bearing with me as I go through these spreads. Okay, now again, everybody is on a different timeline. Don't force anything to fit in the message. Take only what you need. You leave what you don't. You flip roles if you need to on top of that. Okay, now I'm going to do the first spread in here. It's about 9 questions. Alright, so this first spread basically is like a sample spread. So it's about seeing about your ancestors. It says see about your folks ancestor spread. So what I'm doing is figuring out here what your ancestors in your maternal and your paternal line want from you and what they're passing down for you and certain gifts that you're not utilizing and things like that. So I think that's a great start. So let's go. Let me see what I did with my books. Here we go. My cards. Let me set my intentions. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, angelic guides, for being with us as we go through the portal to commune with you. Thank you, ancestors, for helping me to learn these decks, for showing up. Thank you, and so it is. Thank you for your ultimate protection and safety, and I only allow my true guides to enter. Alright, so general message from your maternal line regarding who you are. Okay, so I'm starting with this. Thank you. So tell me, who is my collective, starting with their maternal line, regarding who they are. Who are they? Regarding who they are and how they live. Ooh, I got 3 cards that came out. I don't even think that should be in there. I think the Sons of Baskets should be in the other deck. It's 4, but I'm going to keep it because it came out, right? I got the Ancestors, the Big House, Aunt Caroline, and the Son of Basket. Alright, so let me put something here to hold my space so I won't lose my page. And then we're going to look up Ancestors. Page 60. So basically, with the Ancestors card, it says, this is like the Ancestors card is like the Death card, okay? Death is not the subject most Westerners or Western educated people like to discuss. It's an event that will happen to each and every one of us, yet it's considered morbid, weird, or taboo to spend any time contemplating it. It cannot be spring, summer, or fall forever. Eventually, the end must come to make way for something new. Death is just the beginning of that something. So when an ancestor card turns up in a reading, you are being reminded that the only thing that is truly permanent is impermanence. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to mourn, but you must let go because life goes on. So if you receive the Ancestor card, it says every end is also a new beginning. The only thing that's constant is change. So put the past behind you and start over. Learn how to embrace the unknown. Do you know who your ancestors are? Right? So start to learn your lineage. That's what I'm hearing. You should be learning your lineage, who your ancestors are. And what does it mean to you? In what ways are you and your ancestors the same? Learn how you are different. Okay, so I think I'm going to start doing ancestor spreads. If you guys are interested, I'll start to put it on my website, or you can send me a Cash App basically for it. I'll put the details in the box below this video about it, and then we can start to discover these things here just by off of this spread. Do you feel like you're connected to your ancestors? Do you communicate with them? You know, do a genealogy research to create a family tree. So I feel like that's what's going to be the start for you, so that you can know who you are, like truly at the core. All right. I was thinking about doing one of those too myself, just one of those things where I can just see where I, you know, my lineage, just to see where my ancestors come from. But I didn't do it. I forgot. I forgot, to be honest with you. It was on my mind, but yeah, it slipped my mind real quick because life started happening. But what I'm seeing here is because these cycles that you're going through, a lot of this stuff is coming from your past lives. This is why I'm feeling like you are, so this death card has surfaced for us. And of course, it's like several cards that came out, right? Like it's 4. So the next one is going to be the big house. And let me look at this real quick. Page 68. And I don't know if I showed you it, but I'm going to show you it now. So the big house comes out, and it says here that when the big house comes up in a reading, it may be trying to prepare you for sudden change and the subsequent trauma that will come from it. There will be an opportunity to adjust. You will simply have to deal with things the best way you know how. If you are not a big embracer of change, or you don't like surprises, life is about to suck big time, but it doesn't have to. The best thing to do when you get the news is to fight the urge to resist or deny whatever is occurring, and try your best to look on the brighter side. If there is no bright side, or you presently unable to see it, then seek some support. Reach out to family, friends, and neighbors, or call a hotline to talk. It's important that you have people around you now. So if you receive the big house card in a reading, it says your plans may be disrupted in a way you can't imagine. If this is a breakdown or a breakthrough, in what way does this change hurt your ego? Things may actually turn out better in the end. What do you need help with through this difficult time? Okay, so I feel like this card is like a Tower card. So it's a lot of sudden changes that are taking place in your life right now, right? And it may hurt. It may be hurting you right now. But this is about who you are too as well. I feel like all of this stuff that's happening to you right now is helping you to become or embrace your higher self, to embrace your true nature and your true identity. Okay, and even how you live. So it's a lot of things that are changing here to change things up to get you back on path, right? Because with every ending, there's a new beginning, and a lot that has been happening collectively across the board. Has been a lot of changes within the dynamics of of relationships, right? And it's been sudden, okay? But like it says here, and just like that, it's over. You pick up the pieces and you let it go, and you kind of move forward, right? It says, how could this experience inspire you to new heights? You're getting like ideas out of the blue. It's all types of things that are happening and surprises, and it's just happening suddenly, and it can be very devastating. But at the same time, it's like you're supposed to be learning about this. This is literally, wow. This is literally taking you back to who you are at the core. These shakeups are happening so that you can begin to go through your transformation, as the death card actually in traditional tarot speaks about. Transformation, dying to self, dying to ego, old habits, old ways, and old patterns. Okay, and even here with Aunt Caroline, and let's look up Aunt Caroline coming out. I don't even see Aunt Caroline. I'm like, am I reading it right? The Black Herman, Miss Ida, the Big John, Bishop Court, Railroad, Strength Doctor, Aunt Caroline. There we go, 52. I was reading all over top of that. When Aunt Caroline appears in a reading, it's an indication that fate is a factor regarding whatever you're inquiring about. Rack your brain about what you or someone else could have done differently if you like, but the truth is that everything turned out exactly how it was supposed to. This could be a very hard pill to swallow in an age when people want to believe their thoughts or choices always dictate the outcome. The existence of a greater plan is not a welcome concept today, but it implies vulnerability, which is automatically translated to weakness in the mind of many. We are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion from explosion or crashing through a window without a scratch. We then want to be indestructible, unflappable people too, but this is not the movies. We know in real life that those characters most likely would have died in the raging inferno, if that really actually happened, right? But Aunt Caroline teaches us that this way of thinking is a fantasy. No one can escape their fate, right? She also teaches us to expect the unexpected. This card may also be trying to tell you that to understand why things are happening or why they turned out the way they did, you must consider the bigger picture. And look, it's leading up. It's like through your transformation and how you are dying to self and how you live in your everyday life, I feel like this whole summer, it just seems like that's what has been being presented to us. We have been going on a reset. And the way things were, it can't be no longer. Like the universe is literally coming in with all of these sudden changes and these unexpected changes, and what seems to be chaotic ends up turning out and working for our higher good at the end, right? So it's like we're going through a fated situation. Why? Because this is a part of who we are. This is what's helping us to transform here, because apparently, it's a lot of work that has to be done, right? Our ancestors have chosen us to rise up, okay? I do feel like this is something that has been happening here in your maternal line, period. This is generational. Wow, this is generational, y'all. So it's just like, This is definitely generational. I want to go back here and I want to look at Aunt Caroline again real quick. So somebody in your family here who could have been born into slavery, probably back in South Carolina, this is where it seems like it could have started. She had psychic gifts as a child. Okay, so in the book, Aunt Caroline had psychic gifts as a child and quickly earned a reputation as an effective and reliable counselor. Her clients were racially diverse, and it was not uncommon to see entire train cars of people. Okay, yeah, so some of you may be highly intuitive. So your gifts are coming down from your maternal line. That's interesting. Hold on one second. Okay, and what else I picked up here is that Aunt Caroline actually became a legend, okay, because of her skills. Wow. Okay, so this is what it is. It's like you're going through this transformation is what I'm pulling in. And everything that's happening here is transforming you into like Aunt Caroline, okay? Like, I feel like you're going to be a freaking living legend. Like, it's fated. Okay, it seems like the doors are closing on you, but it's opening up the right doors is what I'm hearing. It says there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Okay, so your luck is literally about to change, right? So everything that you're doing here is coming from your maternal line with your gifts, your skills, and stuff like that here. Let me look at the Son of Basket real quick just to get a little... because that one is more like the tarot aspect of the deck. So, I think I said 89. Yep. And what I'm hearing, I feel like it's like you and your son too. If you have a son, okay, this comes down the family line. Your artistic ways and all of that is where this is coming from, your maternal side. Now, okay, so that was enlightening. Definitely. So what's coming down from your paternal line? All right, let's see what's up with my collective's paternal line. The free man. We got one good card for that one. But that's cool, right? Because it's going to hopefully be straight to the point. And that's the first card. The free man, 0. That reminds me of the Fool card, right? Taking a leap of faith. Let me see. So the free man is card 0 because 0 is not a natural number, since most people normally don't start counting with 0. Likewise, the free man doesn't count in situations that demand subservience to conventional wisdom or the status quo. The free man on a whole other level, because he genuinely feels that common sense is for common people. He doesn't think he's better than anyone. He just accepts that new grass doesn't grow as lusciously on a beaten path. The free man is definitely foolish to most people who encounter him because he appears to be reckless and immature, but such assessments are only relevant when gain or loss is the focus. The free man doesn't exist in a space where those thoughts flourish. He is more interested in attainment of wisdom by following his passion and what he knows to be true, wherever that may ultimately lead. The free man has what every great root worker has always had, the courage to follow their calling, despite the possible dire consequences, and the unshakable faith that made this courage possible. Wow. So coming down through your paternal line, this is where I'm feeling like you get your wit from, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like this is that part of you that take risk, basically. So you're being told to take a risk, basically. Take a chance here with this, to operate here in your gifts, especially as a root worker for some of you. Okay? Now, when it comes to what your maternal line want from you, let's dive into that. Alright. What does the ancestors from my collective maternal line want from them? And from the paternal line, the grandchildren. Wow. And from the paternal line, Big Mama. Reminds me of my grandmother. So the grandchildren. Alright, so the grandchildren, 70. So with the grandchildren here, they want you to they want you to be patient. That's more what I'm picking up. They want you to be patient because even though it may seem like things are not manifesting the way that you want it to do, it's saying that here it's going to come soon. You're going to see the proof of those things. But your patience here is what's going to help you to be able to, again, manifest this, because it's going to put your spirit at a sense of calm, right? It puts you in alignment here. It's like this is inevitable. It seems like this may be something here that may be passed down to the grandchildren in your maternal line. Okay, you may have cousins, siblings that may be like you, but who may not operate in their gifting, is also what I'm hearing. Okay, but blessings shall abound. Count your blessings on a regular, alright? Believing doesn't require proof, but guess what? You will soon see the proof. Even though you're kind of probably in that energy like, I gotta see it before I believe it kind of thing. Like, it's not happening. All I see right now, that this is what it's looking like, right? But they're asking you to find a way to become inspired and to continue to give thanks, okay? And when it comes to your paternal line, we got Big Mama, alright? Okay. Page 77. That is not Big Mama. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Alright, so from your paternal line, they want you to kind of believe the same thing. They want you to, because even though it's dark, right? It may be dark right now, and the light is coming, and everything is going to be alright. Your paternal line, which I feel like it's like a Big Mama, it's like a grandmother figure. They want you to be willing and able to share your glory, your light, and your power with others. This is not the time to lay low. This is the time for you to shine bright. They want you to shine. Take a leap of faith and shine. Take a chance at this. Do you fear being brilliant or successful? It's a question that you should ask yourself. Because why aren't you taking these chances? Why aren't you stepping out there and just being your most authentic self? Wow, confidence is the best cosmetic. So yeah, they want you to be confident. Take a chance here and shine. Wow, and that's what has been coming through. Like if you listen to my Virgo readings and other collective readings, it's been kind of like telling us that over the last year or so, it's about you operating here in your authentic self. Okay, so what gifts have you inherited from your maternal line that you are underutilizing? All right. What gift is my collective underutilizing here that came from their maternal line? Am I using the right deck? Ooh. So I laughed because the garden card came out, right? And I have a green thumb, y'all. I can grow almost nearly anything except for freaking lavender. I just bought a lavender plant, so hopefully 2212 1 o'clock. Hopefully I can get that thing to grow. But yeah, I got a green thumb, right? And I did a past life regression, and she told me that I am, I guess, a natural root worker, and that I should begin working back with gardening and herbs and things like that. So yes, I did. I got some herbs, and I'm back at it again, and I'm trying to put the love and care back into my plants again. I have kind of like got a little frustrated and stopped really doing it. But yep, the garden. So you're underutilizing that, and I get it because I did. I stopped for a minute. I don't know if you're like me and have a green thumb or you love plants. Let me see here. So it says, it's letting you know that you successfully taken care of business, and it's time to reap all the goodness that you have sown. So count your blessings. And ask yourself, in what ways can you heal the world, or do you heal the world? Because what I'm feeling like through you gardening, whether it's you planting fruits and vegetables, dealing with different herbs like lavender, sage, things like that, to create products, as well as what I'm hearing you could use them with. But try to just think of it in that aspect here to help you to connect back to it. Like, how can it benefit other people? Okay. Because this is going to bring you a solution to a lot of things that you seek, especially if it's financial issues. Also, gardening will make you feel safe and grounded. Okay. Wow. I love it. Tell me about the father side. What the paternal side? What is my collective underutilizing? What gifts? That free man came out again. So we already know it's about you taking a chance. You're underutilizing your ability here to just do it. That's all I'm hearing. Just fucking do it. No more talking about it. Take a chance on you. Take a chance and believe that the universe is going to catch you. Okay? You good. That's what your father, your paternal side, basically, that's what they did. I feel like your paternal side may have also just been free people. They were the type of people that were entrepreneurs, is what I'm hearing. Okay, for some of you, they took a chance and they just did those things that brought them joy. What is your ancestors most eager to connect and work with you at this time about? Okay, so let's see what they want to connect with you with. What does my collective ancestors what are they eager to connect with my collective about? It says Black Herman, and on that stick it stood out to me was power. That's why I kind of got like looking at it. Wow, it says power. So the Black Herman, 29. So I keep saying power because it's like I'm trying to get it to stick in my brain, because why do I feel so connected to that word? But we'll find out. So this is the guy on the card. His name is Benjamin Rucker, aka Black Herman. He was the most famous Negro magician in the history of the United States. Wow. He made a living selling tonics, occult courses, books, patterns. Oh my God, talisman. Like literally, this is what I'm talking about. I was just telling my assistant today, like I'm working on doing courses, online courses, different books and things like that. Making and selling products. I have sea salt baths that I do, and they're like a cleansing, healing sea salt bath, self-love oils. I'm going to be developing some other products too as well. I just got like a shipment of stuff in the mail just today actually. So I do have, if you ordered products from me and you tuned in, I got my stuff in. I'm sending the stuff out tomorrow to y'all, okay? But yeah, however, this is so funny. They're eager to connect with you with this, and they're challenging you to make that which you desire manifest through these ways. The difference between a dream and a goal is a plan, so make sure you have a clear one. It is key that you know exactly why each step is necessary to obtain your objective. If you do not, you might be tempted to take shortcuts and find yourself cut short instead. Competent magicians and hoodoo practitioners dazzle others with the results they attain, but the audience and clients rarely, if ever, are around to witness the amount of preparation that is necessary to accomplish a task. The power of creation exists within a focused, methodical mind that is aware of itself. So if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Do you really believe it's possible that you can make it happen? Are your talents and skills being put to good use? They're asking you to be eager about this aspect of yourself and take a chance here and jump out here and be just that. This is a part of your ancestral line. This stuff is coming to you from generations to generations, starting at your Aunt Caroline's side. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got an Aunt Caroline in your family, right? Somebody that resembles that. But yeah. Okay, so we almost down the line. Let's see your relationship with this ancestor. Alright, so let me see what cards I gotta use for that. Alright, so I think I can use those same cards. What's the relationship of the ancestor that's helping? The free man. Let me tell you. So 26. I had a viewer of mine tell me they were watching a video and they could see a man with a hat. With a hat. I think he said a top hat. And I think it was a video I did the other day when I did the Hoodoo Tarot, when I was talking about the neighbor, right? Your neighbor may have been doing spell work on you. And on this card, the free man has on a hat. It used to be this guy when I was younger. I lived in this house on Urban Avenue, and I wasn't the only one that seen him. My homegirl actually ended up seeing him too, and we described the same person. It was a guy. He used to wear a black top hat and a suit, and he looked just like this, but he was a really tall black guy, and he used to walk up and down the steps, 3011, up and down the steps like he was getting off of work. And it used to be so weird because I'm like, who is this person? Like, I used to be scared to be in my basement after a certain time because I would see him all the time. So I'm like, was this an ancestor that was with me all that time and I just didn't know? But he had let me see. During my younger years, I was so scared. I was terrified of, this side of myself because I didn't understand it. And seeing things that are that nobody else sees and feels, I used to be like, I don't want it. I don't want this gift. I've always been different. But this ancestor here, so I'm trying to read through this so I can get, a grip of who the free man is. And all I keep hearing in my mind is like, it's an uncle. It's an uncle. That's all I keep hearing. Most likely this is an uncle, okay, who was a free man. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. It's like whoever this person is, I keep hearing uncle, has been trying to show you the truth. Period. Trying to liberate you here from, I guess, what society says or you should be, because who you are is powerful. It came back to me. Remember, I seen the word power written on the last previous card. Wow. It didn't tell me the relationship though, but I keep hearing an uncle. So, but let me see something here. What we will achieve if we consistently work together to solve problems. What will my collective achieve if they consistently work with their ancestors to solve their problems? Them bones came out. That came out the other day for me too. Oh, okay. All right. It's like they don't want me to use one more card, so I get it. They got a little bit aggressive there, y'all. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. So they use this method of divination. So like tarot cards and things like that. So if you consistently work with them here, especially through this method, either it's you doing it or you just watching it, this will help you to solve your problems. This is how they can consistently work with you through these tools. Okay. It says astrogalamasy. I think I said that correctly, but it seems like that's what it is. It's a practice by indigenous Americans and African people. And I know I can tell you on my paternal side, I do have indigenous Americans. And of course, my mother's side is more of the African descent. But it says, which is naturally in everyone's family line, period. But it says divination with bones require the reader to associate different meanings with each bone based on where and how they land. So you can use divination with bones. That's like using chickens, right? Chicken bones. And cat bones were the most commonly used, but of course we ain't walking, we can't just walk in the store and get cat bones, but you can use chicken bones, or again through tarot is what I'm hearing you could use that can help. And it says the way that the bones land is how you can communicate or you can use dice. Okay, so use plain, dice that you roll dice with. I may get me a pair and see how that works out, but it's up to you. It's up to each individual person or root worker. But it says a set of them bones could include not only the remains of an animal, but also other items such as keys, seashells, and crystals. I got tons of crystals, so I may do that. Okay. And then it says, like other forms of divination, all items in a reader's set had clear associations, but it's the reader's innate talent that determines the accuracy. All right, so basically this is what I'm hearing. It's like, if you are a reader, it's time to expand. Start using crystals or shells or keys, anything, like different methods here to connect with your ancestors. Okay. But if you're willing to put in the effort, put your ego to the side, your fears and things like that, you'll be able to overcome a lot of stuff. It's guaranteed. Okay. So them bones may remind you that people are going to talk about you no matter what you do. So make sure that you remain in alignment with your goals, your dreams, and aspirations. Acknowledge that no one escapes judgment, even if the judge is oneself. Them bones could also indicate that it's time for a more in-depth reading concerning the matters of great importance. This reading will provide relief and solutions to your problems. Okay, so it's time to make honoring, some honest self-assessments. And if you're worried about your reputation, don't worry about it. As long as you're in alignment with your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations, it's all good. People gonna talk regardless. All right, y'all. So I hope you were enlightened. I know I was. I definitely was enlightened by this reading to learn some things here. A lot of confirmation for myself too. So I am on it. I hope you are too. Peace.